Hi, I'm Macy from Nile. Nile's a co-pilot for data teams that lets AI safely operate data workflows end to end. It turns ad hoc analysis and cleanup into production-ready data with built-in versioning and rollback. Let me walk you through an end-to-end workflow. Here on my screen, you can see an AI agent that's both going to be a data engineer and a data analyst. It's going to help us with our demo today. Do note, you do not have to use the agent to use Nile, but I sure find it helpful. We're going to start with a business question. Say I want to understand more about product sales for a specific product. I'm going to ask my agent, can you pull the last 2 months of sales for my product, Deluxe Weights? Now, because Nile already knows all of your data tables, it's actually able to answer this without any more details from you. We're going to let it think for a couple seconds. And now you can see it executing. And we are almost done. One final thinking so that it can spit out a summary for us. Voila, here you have it. It tells you a little bit about the average and the total of sales, as well as where it's performing the best. So this is interesting, but I actually want to see this in a chart format, maybe to send off to leadership. So I'm going to ask Nile, can you also visualize this in a chart for me? We're going to give it a second here as it thinks and spits out a chart for us. And there we go. We have a beautiful chart here, Deluxe Weights revenue and margin trend, as well as a summary of everything that it pulled. So rather than needing to requery this every time I want to run an analysis for Deluxe Weights, I'd actually like to save this as a new table, something that typically isn't possible. So I'm going to ask Nile, hey, I want to reuse this table later on. Can you please save this as a new table named Sales Deluxe Weights? Nile's going to think for a few seconds, but you're going to see that it's going to be acting as a data engineer. It's going to be automatically creating the ETL pipeline for us behind the scenes so that this table is ready to be queried whenever we need it next. We'll let Nile execute for a few more seconds. Beautiful. The table saved successfully, and now we're going to get a summary of exactly what it did, along with the schema and how we can use it. And I'm going to actually just start a new chat so that we can see that the context sticks, regardless of if you're in the current chat or you want to know a new one. So here, I noticed that my data seems slightly off. The actuals seem to be a little funky to me, given what my forecast was. So I'm actually just going to ask Nile, can you confirm that all the dependencies for my sales product table are up to date? Nile's going to get working. This is what a data engineer would typically do. It's going to check all of the tables that are dependent, or that the sales products table is dependent on. And it's also going to check all the job runs. Great, and as we can see, they're all up to date. Now I need to compare my forecast to my actuals to see what's going on. The thing is, my forecast data doesn't live in my data lake. So instead, let me upload my forecast data to my data lake so that I can do the comparison. We are going to go here, and we're going to paste data. And we're simply going to paste my forecast data from an Excel. Here we are, paste. And we're going to call this table Forecast Weights. We're going to save it. Now, in the past, doing this would likely take a few days to get into the system by the time all the new pipelines are made. With Nile, a simple copy and paste will get the data into the data lake so you can start querying it. Also, you can seamlessly connect to other sources of new information like Amazon S3, Glue, and Snowflake in just a matter of seconds. We'll let it finish. Voila, table was created successfully. Now we're going to go back to our chat. And we are going to say, hey, I uploaded a table called Forecast Weights, which has the forecast by month. Can you compare the forecast versus actuals for me? I think the actuals might be too high. Let's see if my suspicions get confirmed. first going to make sure that it understands the forecast data. Since it was uploaded in a different format, it needs to reason through it. Now it's going to think again and start looking at the actuals data before comparing. Almost done. A few more seconds and we'll be good to go. And there we go. Forecast versus actuals. You can see here there's quite a big delta, particularly for January, so my suspicions are confirmed. Now, let me roll back to yesterday's data because it does seem something went awry. I am gonna go to my tables, and remember that sales products table that we checked the dependencies for earlier? I'm gonna go to the versions and branches that it has. And I'm just gonna go to an earlier version from yesterday. It's simply gonna take me just a couple of seconds. I'm gonna click 1 day ago, this version, I'm gonna hit rollback. Next. 7 tables are dependent downstream. Next. Bad data is my reason. It's too high, and I understand it. Execute. Now, rollbacks will cascade to any downstream table too, so that all of your tables are instantly usable and reliable. This is just going to take a couple of seconds, and everything will be rolled back. Done. Success. Here you go. This is the beauty of Nile. All of your analytics and engineering workflows are simplified. Engineers used to spend 40% of their time on maintenance and firefighting data issues. Now everything can be done with simple single clicks. By giving AI a unified system with context, control, and safety to plan, execute, validate, and recover data work, Nile will turn ad hoc analysis and cleanup into production-ready data in minutes, not days, without risking production. No more spending time on other people's data requests. Now spend the time on the work you want to do. Thanks for listening. If you have another questions, just feel free to email me.